Today I'm going to do a playthrough of Star Wars Destiny with some solo boss decks. Currently there are two available on Board Game Geek, Print and Play. There's the Rabbit Rancor and the Sarlacc. I'm going to do the Sarlacc deck today because it's the one I developed. And the thing that we do with the solo player game is that we have a boss that we have to defeat. This is a Sarlacc. It's got 30 health and it has a number of dice, particular special conditions that happen, and it has a boss deck that basically automates the boss's choices each turn. So we shuffle up the boss deck, and I'll stick that to the side. I'll put the Sarlacc on. The Sarlacc starts with 4 dice. So use the standard D6s. Starts with 4 dice that can grow later on. And then the dice rolls match to the events. So 1 would be 1 melee, 2 would be 3 indirect, 3, 4, 5 is drawing a card from the boss deck, and 6 is nothing. Because the Sarlacc is in a static location, it defines the battlefield. So there's a battlefield card, the Great Pit of Carcoon. And that's, if you want to claim that as a player, you can gain 1 resource but take 1 melee damage. So it's not a great, but then you're fighting in someone else's territory, so that's not a surprise. 4 dice, and we're pretty much good to go. 30 health. We either get Sarlaccs down to 0 health or we run out of cards, in which case the boss is defeated. And today, for our amusement, we're going to have Boba Fett against the Sarlacc, which is pretty funny, with a veteran stormtrooper. Standard 30 card deck. And I've taken the Boba Fett starter deck and I have added some cards from some of my boosters. So we shuffle that up as normal. I put the action card next to here because it helps me remind me what I can do. Pretty much everything is the same from the normal Star Wars Destiny rules. There's also an action card for the boss that gives you an order of boss dice resolution. So it starts from special, shield, ranged, melee, indirect, discard, then anything else. Some things happen in the cards, and we'll run with those when they happen. And when the Sarlacc deals damage, there's an order as well. So lowest health, highest damage and dice pool, highest number of dice upgrade, lowest shield, leftmost to rightmost. But it's pretty much easy to do, and we'll play it. So I'll need some dice for Boba Fett and his veteran stormtrooper friend. And let's have a look. So you can have one of those. And the way that play goes is pretty much the Sarlacc rolls all his dice. Then you get a go. You resolve a Sarlacc dice. You get a go. He gets a go. You get a go. When he runs out of dice, that's the end of the round. Everything, do a normal update, and then the Sarlacc re-rolls his dice, and as you go. So you only get as number of turns as he has dice, so that it allows you to think about what you're going to do and the choices that you're going to make. I'll put that up there out of the way. We'll start with the 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Might move that over there. Get a bit more room. And 2 resources, and we're set up and pretty much good to go. So step 1, Sarlacc rolls his dice. I usually order them by resolution, so I know that it's going to go 3s, it's going to be events, then blanks. Then I've got a choice, so I can either roll one of my dice or I can look at my cards and make a decision on whether I want to play a card first round. Don't particularly like any of those, so I'm going to roll my Boba Fett dice. Let's see what I get. Get a blank, which is useless, and a 2 melee. Then we resolve Sarlacc dice, and so we draw a card. Grasping Tentacle. Each player removes a dice showing damage or discards 3 cards from their deck. I think I will damage. Now it's my turn. I'll do my Veteran Stormtrooper. And you get 1 resource, which I'm not too thrilled about. Sarlacc, another card. Overreach. Each character takes 1 damage. The Sarlacc also takes 1 damage for each damage given. So everyone gets a damage. And 2 for the Sarlacc. My turn. Have a look at my cards. Nope. Cable launcher. Why not? I'll spend 2 resource for cable launcher. We resolve the blank. Nothing happens. And I know I've only got 2 more turns, so I'm going to roll the cable launcher. See what we get. Get 1 resource, which is pretty boring. Sarlacc does a blank. Last turn, I might as well have a resource. End round. Everything refreshes. I will discard four cards, draw another 3, another 4, pull my hand back up, I'll have my 2 resource, and we're ready for another round. So I can roll the dice. Okay, so that's going to go last, that's going to go first, that's going to go second, and that one's going to go third. Right, what do we got? Don't care about that. Spot a yellow character. Remove up to 2 dice showing a combined value of 3 or less. That's tempting. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to do my entangle, spot a yellow character, remove up to 2 dice. That's going to cost me 2. So I'm going to get rid of the 1 and the 2. Sarlacc's turn. He resolves his special. Explosive Ignition. All players and the Sarlacc take 3 indirect damage. Fine. 3 for the Sarlacc. And I'm going to split that. 2 for the Stormtrooper. And 1 for the Fett. My go. I'm going to roll my dice. So the effect of moving those dice across using the card is I'm going to lose actions this turn, but that's okay, I can cope. Sarlacc does his blank, and I'm going to shoot him for 2. That's 2 more damage. I'll get rid of the 3 and turn that into a 5. Going okay, so 12 damage already. End round. Everything refreshes. I'll get my 2 resource. I'm going to discard that one. I'll keep that one, so I have 2 more cards. And we are good to go. Getting a lot of 6s, which is really good. That's the order that's going to play. Don't want to play a card. Electro Staff. Yeah, that could be fun. An Electro Staff on my Stormtrooper. Yeah, that'll work. Sarlacc resolves a dice. We get unlucky break. Reroll any blank dice in the Sarlacc's pool. So Sarlacc doesn't have any resource costs. Everything just goes. That was lucky. 6. And it's my go. What's I going to do? Roll. Fit. And I get a 2 weapon and a special. Okay, Sarlacc does another event. Close up. Choose a player. That player may remove a dice they own to resolve another dice they own, increasing the later value by 2. So I'll remove that one, and I'm going to shoot him for 4. That's a 5. Chugging along. So some of the Sarlacc cards are bad for the Sarlacc, most of them are bad for us. I'm going to roll my Stormtrooper. 1 resource, which is rubbish. Take a 2, which is 3 indirect damage. And I will take 2 for the fit. And 2 for the Stormtrooper. Blank resolves. Yeah, I'll have another resource. Might be handy. End of round. Thing refreshes. I'll have 2 new resource. I will check out. That could be handy. And get rid of that one. 2 more cards. And Sarlacc rolls his dice. Its dice. Hey, a 6. Not so good. So that's going to be specials. That's indirect. And that's a nothing. What have we got? That's not. Oh, I'll play that one obviously. Ambush card, truce. So I have 1 resource. And I get another go. They're all dice ones, so I might as well roll. I get a resource and a special, which isn't as exciting as I might want. Event. Mandalorian Distraction. All characters may heal 1 health or gain 1 shield. It's another good card. For me anyway. I think I'll just heal a health. Sensible. Actually, I won't change my mind. I want to keep a shield. The reason why might become obvious, we'll see. There's some cards that impact you if you've got shields or no shields. I'm going to go with Stormtrooper. 1 resource, rubbish. Right, event. Tentacle Whirlwind. All players discard all cards. And see if which is a bit annoying, but if I didn't have cards, I would reshuffle the Sarlacc deck, which is one of the lose conditions for the Sarlacc, which is running out of cards. So you get that, you've got no cards, you've got more to play. Let's try my cable launcher. And then I get a nothing, which is useless. I'm going to take 3 indirect damage. So 1, 2, and I guess we'll Boba Fett 3. Blank resolves. Oh, that's awesome. Deal damage to a character equal to the value shown on die. Well, that's pretty dull and boring. I'll get another resource. Well, I'm going to have lots of resource for next round. Round's over. Refresh. Two more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go Sarlacc. Oh, this one's messier. So it's 1 damage. That's it. One's indirect. Indirect comes after melee. And that's special and that's special. Next time, re-roll, activate one of your support, one of your characters, and one of your supports don't have any supports. Armor. You know what? I'll put the armor on later, but I think at the moment it's better to get some more hits on our tentacled friend. So resolve an event. New growth. From the pit cocoon, a new tentacle appears. And this is where it gets ugly. So we've just got a new dice on the Sarlacc, which is going to get rolled like any other dice. I'm going to do my cable launcher. Get one resource, which is rubbish. Special. Up close. Choose one character. That character may remove a dice they own to resolve another they own, increasing its value. Remove. Well, it doesn't explicitly say I can't use my blank, so I'm gonna. And I'll do 4. Hey, halfway. 1 damage. I can go on my. Well, it'll be the one with the lowest health, which would be this veteran stormtrooper. And then it's my go. I'm going to I'm not going to do that. Okay, I'll throw that one out. Oh, so I'm going to put the armor on my stormtrooper. And then I'll resolve that one. So it's 3 indirect damage. 1, 2, 3. Supports. Can't use my resources. Should have re-rolled my dice. Drowning in gold. End round. Yeah, that was fine. Hold for 2 new cards. Actually, how I get 3 new cards, and I'll discard that one as well. 2 more resource, as you do. And now I am rolling 5 Sarlacc dice because of the new growth. 6s are very welcome. 2 indirect isn't welcome, and now I've got 3. Oh. Putting cards on the floor isn't handy. More wrist rockets. I'll have some wrist rockets because I've got truckloads of money. Thank you. Find them. And I'll look like wrist rockets. The dice. That's unhelpful. Fine. Okay, with that, I'll stick one of those on. Must be somewhere else in my collection. Anyway, we carry on. Beat Crush. This is a nasty one. Pick one character, remove all shields, and take 2 melee damage. If you're no shields, take another 2 melee damage. I've got no shields, so someone's taking 4. Veteran Stormtrooper takes it for the team. Yeah. So he's dead. Okay. Let's see if we can finish him off before I get finished off. 2 melee and a shield. Unlucky break. Reroll all blanks. damage, melee. I've got nothing that adds extra damage. So I might as well just do my 2 melee. Chip away at him. Vent. New growth. And we get a new dice. Next round is going to be awkward. I'm going to do my wrist launcher, because I might get a 2. Awesome, because that's my 4 indirect. I take 1 damage. And if it's not looking too good, I will do my 4 indirect. I'll drop loads of money. That's another 5. On to 21. And then we do 3 indirect. And we did. Because Boba Fett's now on 11. Death by Sarlacc. Pretty close though. I think next round would have been messy though, because I would have been rolling 6 dice. And there you have it. That is a playthrough with the Sarlacc deck. Boss deck for Star Wars Destiny.